Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Blue Table Talk. My name is Tawana Collins Boo, and this is episode 10 of Blue Table Talk, and today we're talking to siblings of children diagnosed with autism. And I have two special guests today. I have Jaquan Booth, and I have Micah Haywood. So, my first guest, Jaquan Booth, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jaquan Booth. I'm 25 years old. Grew up on the east side of Chicago, and I'm George Booth's big brother.
Okay. Micah Haywood.
Hi, I'm Mika Haywood. I'm 14, and I'm the sister of Malcolm Haywood.
Okay, thank you all for joining me today. All right. So I wanted to know, what was it like being a sibling of a child diagnosed with autism? So, Jaquan, what was it like for you?
In the beginning, I was kind of lost with it. I think the whole family was, because it was something. Well, I know I had never heard of before. By me being, I was older, but I still was young, so it was like an unfamiliar territory. So I didn't really get a good grasp of it. As you know, when I was younger, I kind of caught on the older I got. But initially, well, wait, you said what's the question? Is it
What was it like being
like?
a sibling? Yeah, because you're 7 years older than George. So, what was it like, being a sibling of him growing up?
Yeah, it was just it was different. So you probably could say I was overprotective when it came to others. So when we went out in public and things like that, just because I didn't want nobody to like try to take advantage of him, or get over him and things like that, or say anything crazy to him. It's like a natural thing of being a big brother, but it kind of was like a step above, because I knew he was born with he had the issues going on at the time, so it was unfamiliar territory for me.
Okay, and you was overprotective.
Yeah.
So, Micah, how was it for you?
Because I am younger than Malcolm, I was always introduced to it at a very young age. So it wasn't anything like different like with Malcolm, because the way my mom has it set up, where we're both like very like social, and like we still do the same things. It's nothing really different. I do have to be like where like Malcolm will do stuff that others won't, and I have to understand it's because of his disability, but it's nothing different besides the fact that people say this to me all the time, I'm the little big sister, so I'm always going to be like protective of him and make sure like nothing happens to him.
Right, so you was kind of overprotective also, and that's to be understandable, because we overprotective as parents. I'm overprotective of them too as a mom. So, and another question is, how did you all feel because when you have a child diagnosed with autism or special needs, it's a lot that goes into that child. You have to go to therapies, or you have to stay at the school all the time. You have parent conferences, or it's just a lot to go in to make sure that they're okay. So did you ever feel like neglected, or that the parent was giving your sibling like way too much, taking away attention from you, Jaquan, because you were 7, and then you was still like a little young teenager when George was diagnosed. So how did you feel with all the therapies and the teacher conferences, and always having to do things for your brother?
I never felt neglected anyway. With you and my father, George Sr., y'all both are just very impactful people. So I never felt no difference from no more attention, anything like that. Even though everything was going on, I still felt loved and cared about. So, and I never felt no difference growing up.
No.
And then as me getting older, I started getting involved myself too, because I had to pick him up from like summer camp or his school, after school programs, things like that. So I always felt a part of the process.
Okay, so Michael, how did you feel?
Growing up, I never felt neglected, because I was like never around, like I won't say around, but like I was never around when he was at therapy, because I would be at school and he would be doing something else. But as I've grown older, my mom like still like continues to put me in dance. Like she'll have me doing something and Malcolm be doing something at the same time. I never feel neglected, and I'm become more a part of it, like helping him when he needs, like when she needs help doing certain things, or when she's not available to do something. I'll make sure I can be able to step in. So yeah.
Okay, so neither one of you all feel neglected, but I'm gonna throw this out here because I want y'all to tell, because both of you all was raised in a household with two parents, so it was kind of easier for you all to still do things. What would you tell siblings of kids that was diagnosed with autism? If they felt like they felt neglected, what would you tell them if it was a one parent household, and because it's a lot, and the parent have to do everything for that child, and that child might feel neglected if they don't have another parent to step in? What would you tell that child about their how to feel, or to how would they feel?
I think it would depend on the child's age too, because of course naturally growing up, even with younger kids, they'll even if your sibling is not diagnosed with anything, you just naturally probably get jealous. This is say if my big sister Alexis, just say just because she's the big sister, so she gets more attention. But not even more attention, just the fact that it's someone new in the family. If you get what I mean, it's just a natural thing of getting jealous. But I don't know. I would say look at the bigger picture, but it's kind of hard to say that to somebody who's young. The best advice I would give is just involve yourself with your sibling.
Okay. And Michael, what would you?
I would say like the first thing you should do, because I don't really remember this, but my mom told me when I was like around like 2 or 3, she would just drag me everywhere with her and Malcolm and be like, and one day I was like, it's always about Malcolm. So I feel like one thing you need to do is like make sure you reach out and let that let the parent know, because if you don't say anything, then they can't do anything about it.
Right.
But also just like make sure if you can help in any way, then you won't feel jealous. You'll feel like you're a part of the process.
Yeah. Both of them was real good. So, and another question is, what did you do? Like I said, Jaquan, you older, and Michael, you younger. What did you, or what could you do to help your sibling along in the process? So, if you did anything, or what did you do, or what can you do?
I never treated him no different. Even with him having autism going on, I never. You can say I never acknowledged it, not with him, because if I acknowledge it for him, that's like making an excuse for him. So how will he better himself if I'm trying to make it easier for him? He already has something that could be a handicap against him, or use something he already has that negative going against him. So if I'm trying to baby him and ease him through everything, he'll never get through it himself. So I treat him no different. Even now, I teach him lessons in bowling every Sunday. He knows that. So I just just be normal. I don't know. I feel like that with anything in life though, but definitely with this, with autism, don't treat the kid any different growing up, because that'll handicap them even more. If I embrace them normal, like whatever, even with play fighting, beating them up, things like that, going back and forth, arguing, I just treated everything normal.
Okay, and Michael, what did you do, or what could you do to help Malcolm along in this process?
Okay. Well, being the younger sister, I've always seen Malcolm as my older brother, and still he's like really protective over me. But so as younger, I didn't really see myself doing, like, I don't think I did anything different. But now I'm like make sure I can help him doing certain things, tasks that my mom has set out for him to do around the house to help her help him. Things you can do is just simply like sit down and like try different activities you can tell that your sibling enjoys doing, because every person with autism has little things or things they like to do to, like, I guess, calm them down. So I just feel like you need to be more observant and see really what you can do with the your sibling to like help them through the process.
Yeah, both of them was great answers. And the final question is, what would you what would you like to know people in the world, because you know, a lot of parents that have kids diagnosed with special needs, you know, it's different for us when we go to stores, you know, or out, or we can't go to the movie theater, or because we have to, if they don't know, then they like, where our kids are irritating them. So what would you like to tell the world about your brother, you know, so the world can know a little bit more about your brother and autism?
Know about as far as him as a person, or
yeah, just what would you like the world to know? Because it's people watching that don't have kids with special needs. So what would you want them to know about your brother, and you know, to how to, you know, deal with kids when they be around with special needs?
So pretty much how to handle in like certain situations with how to handle certain situations when you had kids with autism or special needs. Pretty much like advice on that.
Yeah, just like what would you tell, you know, someone about your brother? Like, you know, he's just like you. You know.
Yeah, he's no different than me. Actually, he's better than me. I always say that. Not in a. This is like a personal thing for me because of his journey, and you know he had plenty of chances to give up, and fall victim to his circumstance or his disability, something holding him back. But he never did. So he made it farther than me already as far as school. He's a scholar. He's been a scholar. All the medals and everything from the Olympics that he competed in. He's just a great, ambitious guy. I mean, even with bowling, it's just he catches on with everything. Like he was terrible at bowling. Just maybe you can even say last year, even the progress he made just this year in bowling. Just when he wants to do something, he's gonna do it. So yeah, he's no different than nobody else. I always say I look up to him, and I'm the big brother. So
okay, and Michael, what would you like to tell people?
Malcolm honestly is actually like a really chill person. Like Malcolm can sit down for hours and just be with himself, and if you won't bother him, he won't bother you. One thing I can say about when you go out places though, Malcolm has a thing for noise, so he hums or sings song after he hears it a couple of times. And like, so when you go out to places like movies or something, he will like make noise. But if you start, I feel like since my mom working with Malcolm at a young age, she always took him everywhere with us. She never excluded Malcolm from anything, and she taught him like when we're in the movie theaters, you have to be quiet. So not to like tell him he can't be himself, but to make sure that he's courteous to others. And we always make sure that even if somebody doesn't like what Malcolm's doing, we don't exclude him. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, even when we were younger, just like with going to the bathroom with George and things like that. I remember when we used to go to the public stalls. He would drop his pants all the way. He would drop his pants and his drawers so he could use a urinal. And, you know, me being younger, I'm like, oh my God, that's my brother. I'm like, George. Then I want to walk up to him while he's using it. So it happened a few times. And I just would go, it's just, you got to have patience. I mean, I really didn't worry about what nobody else thought. It's just me. It was funny to me. You know, other people in the bathroom might have felt uncomfortable, but that's my brother. So it was funny to me. But, you know, just to... just think about that, just show his progress. Like, that's crazy. We know he even went through something like that. But, yeah, don't worry about what others think. I mean, you gotta, people judge the healthiest people. Yeah. So you're going to
everybody
be judged regardless. So,
but
yeah.
You know, they're human just like everybody else.
Right.
They're no different.
yeah.
They just do things differently, but they're no different.
Exactly.
So, they're human just like everybody else. Well, I want to thank both of you all for coming to the Blue Table Talk today. This has been very informational and educational. And Micah, I want to let you leave off. I want you to tell about, because I think you just won in your dance competition.
Yeah.
So tell a little bit about your dance competition and congratulations.
Okay, so my mom put me in dance for 3 years, so that means that I've been dancing for 11 years, with Malcolm going to every competition or every recital if possible. And we just went to nationals and we won first second and fourth place for our 3 dances, and best studio of the year twice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, congratulations. And you just graduated from 8th grade and you're on your way to high school too.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And Jaquan, my son, my oldest son, congratulations. So he just had a new granddaughter for me. So tell the people.
Grandmother of 2.
Yeah. 3.
All right. 2 from me.
Yeah.
You said, what am I telling the people?
Just about your new baby, the baby.
Oh, so yeah, I just had my daughter. Her name is Azari Brielle Booth. I got a 2-year-old son. His name is Noah. I'm looking for new babysitters. If anybody out there wants to volunteer.
Okay, well, we will end it here. So, thank you all for watching Blue Table Talk today. And as usual, if you want to come to the table, the Blue Table Talk, you can message me, or you can find me at All Families United. The number is 1708-320-9018. And again, I would like to thank my sidekick, Mr. Brady, for allowing me to giving me this platform. And if you want to get the best speech therapy services in Chicago, you can come to Brady Speech, 5228 South Blackstone. So enjoy the rest of your evening and good night.